Good evening, or good day. Hello, YouTube. Hello, world. I wanted to make a short video today talking about a whole line of questions I put out on Facebook just to watch people's opinion and watch people really get kind of frustrated with the questions. It was kind of funny. You start asking questions about police officers, and some people really get butthurt that you're even asking questions about police officers. It's funny that that thin blue line has people wrapped right there. They have them wound so tight that, you know, people, they think they got to protect the police department and do everything in the world to convince you that you're wrong for your opinion about the police department. Well, last time I looked, this is America. And we have freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom. Constitutional rights. And last time I looked, in the Constitution, it says any law that is made that violates the Constitution actually is void on face value. I asked about the blue line flag, and oh boy, people blew up on that one. There's some people saying that, oh, wait, military flags are green. Well, military flags are a different story. See, if you can't differentiate or separate military from police department, you got a real issue. The police are not at war with this country. If they are at war with this country, they are a tyrannical government entity. If they are at war with this country and they think that they got to change their flag to the thin blue line to let people know that they are a thin blue line, I know what they say, that the thin blue line represents the thin blue line between, law and chaos, supposedly. That's what they say, supposedly. But that thin blue line, when you go up and ask the police department, or you go sit back and watch the police department, do cop watching, do First Amendment audits, do whatever, or you even watch those body cams, they're going to tell each other, hey, when they do something wrong, hey, turn your camera off. They don't want to be recorded. They don't want to be recorded. And this is my opinion. All my opinion, you can take it, shove it, do whatever you want. The police department do not like to be recorded. They don't want you recording with your cell phone. They don't want the body cam recording. They really don't like being held accountable for their actions. When they got 6 guys over there beating the crap out of somebody trying to arrest them, and they're screaming, do not resist, and yet the guy is not resisting, is just trying to defend himself from 6 blows coming from 6 different directions, your natural instinct is to fight back. And last I checked, in the Constitution, it says you have a right to self-defense. The Second Amendment is there for a reason. It's the right to the militia, right to self-defense, right to bear arms, right, a right to self-defense. Think about that term right there, a right to self-defense. I agree there are some times that cops do need to get ruthless. But there's a lot of times on a basic traffic stop that they escalate things way too far. They start violating rights, yanking people out of cars, busting windows, beating people for no reason, arresting them, false arresting them. Heck, somebody goes around and starts filming the police station, and they start arresting them for filming the police station. They start arresting them for filming police cars, which taxpayers pay for. They start arresting them for these stupid reasons. Well, here's my opinion. That thin blue line is exactly what it is. It is a gang symbol. What is the definition of a gang? A group of people that come together and hang together and to do criminal activity or to enforce their rule or their ideology on somebody. So, a gang, you read the definition of a gang, it falls in the line of a definition of a gang. People don't like my opinion that I think it's a gang symbol. The American flag code says the flag shall not be desecrated, changed, altered, whatever. By changing the flag's colors to black with a blue line in it, you are going against that American code. And I know I'm probably going to have police officers jumping on here, man, and saying, hey, but, you know, we do a lot of good. Yes, you do a lot of good. But you do a lot of harm, too, because you're enforcing laws that are void on face value, that are passed down by groups like Nancy Pelosi and others. The Democratic Liberal Party is using the police department against the American people. These mayors are telling police departments to not engage Antifa or groups like Antifa. Don't engage them. Just stand in between them. And yet Antifa goes over and beats the crap out of somebody wearing a Make America Great hat. A Trump hat. You know, they go attack somebody that is conservative or somebody that does not agree with them. They go attack them. They go beat them. And what do you see the police department doing? Nothing. Because the communist, socialist, liberals has the police department buffaloed. They have them so buffaloed that they will not step in and engage nothing when they see somebody getting attacked that is flexing their rights, the right to film or the right to carry. But yet when that right person that has the right to carry goes off and shoots that person because he's getting attacked, the police will try to arrest that person because he shot him. That's a right to self-defense. I'm sorry, somebody comes at me and attacks me on the street just because they don't like what I'm wearing or my opinions or whatever, and they are liberal, or I don't care who they are. I really don't. They come attack me, they're going to be dead. You're going to come scrape them up. I have a right to carry. I've never been convicted of any violent crimes. I am, by all means, as some people put it, I'm a law-abiding citizen. But I am a constitutional citizen, which means that I stand for the Constitution over government. I don't hate the government. I don't hate cops. I don't hate any entity of the government. I don't trust them. There's a difference between trusting them and hating them. I don't hate them. People wanted to know my opinion. This is my opinion. I think that sign, that flag is a desecration to the American flag. And my wife is yelling at me. Okay, I'm back. It's always nice when you get interrupted making videos. But anyways, the police department, I have no ill will against them. I don't wish them harm. I don't really, tell you the truth, I can care less because I mind my own P's and Q's. As long as they don't bother me, I don't bother them. Some people were asking that if I don't know, if I actually hate them. And no, it's not. I've probably already said this, and I don't really hate them. I just, like I always say, go back to, I don't trust them. Because these mayors, these liberal mayors, liberal senators, liberal, everybody are passing these laws that the cops don't even know what laws they're enforcing anymore. They go through these academies. What are they, 6 weeks, 6 months, whatever they are, not long enough. To me, to become a police officer, you should have to go learn the laws that you're enforcing. Learn the Constitution from back to front. To me, if you swear an oath to that Constitution, you should know that Constitution. And these people, honestly, some of these cops don't honestly even know what these laws are. They just slapping a charge on you and they're going to take you to jail. Guess what? You just got some stupid charge on you. They don't even know what they're doing. And then you go to court and you beat it, and then they get pissed off at you, and then they have your name in the system, and guess what? Your name goes into a registry, and registry goes into a collection of people. Here's people on our shit list, and guess what? They start harassing the shit out of you. Don't think it hasn't happened. It has to me before. I pissed off a couple cops and because I stood up for my rights, and guess what? Every time they see me, they pull up behind me. And sure enough, they run my plates. They check and watch for me not to use my turn signals. Guess what? Pull me over. You didn't use your turn signals. And then they start escalating, start asking questions. And then my routine comes into play. I don't answer questions. You're not searching my vehicle or myself. I am recording you, audio and video. I am flexing my constitutional rights, and I have the right to remain silent, except to ask you, what is your probable cause for pulling me over? Is that a misdemeanor or a felony? Am I being detained? Am I free to go? And usually, a lot of times, they get tired of the questions and they start playing dumb. I can't hear, I don't understand. And they just keep going around, trying to beat around the bush, and they start ignoring you, and guess what? Your 10-minute, it should be a 10-minute traffic stop. If you're going to write me a ticket, go for it. Just become a 30-minute, an hour traffic stop, because they're going to hunt for some reason to arrest you. They're going to try to frame you for something, try to catch you in your words, and start playing games. Because they don't like it, because you just got them butthurt. Well, this is all my opinion, and this is all stuff that I've experienced, and why I do not trust cops. Now, for emergency purposes, yes, I will work with cops. I will help them try to rescue somebody, save somebody, or whatever, to help in emergencies. But, on that other hand, I still have one eye out for their tricks and their games. With any government agencies, that's the way I am. So go figure. That is my explanation of my questions on Facebook. If you want to look up my questions on Facebook that I have posted, go for it and get, and if you're a liberal and you just want to go in there and call stupid bullshit, don't do it. I don't give a fuck about you. I really don't care about liberals, Democrats, communists, socialists, because this country will never be socialist, never be communist, if you got people like me that are willing to stand and die for it. Or people like the military that are willing to stand and die for it. The veterans that are willing to stand and die for it. The patriots, the militias, the freedom-fighting people willing to die for this country. And the militarization of the police department. You got police departments out there that have these big old freaking tanks, MRATs and all this, bomb-proof vehicles, whatever. And then you got situations like Houston, where they went into a situation and it was a flawed raid from the get-go. They shot up the house, shot up the house. They didn't even care. They drove those big old MRATs up there and they just started shooting. SWAT team went in, full raid, full gear, and 2 people ended up dead. You got places like Almost Park, or however you pronounce that, down there in San Antonio, where that chief down there arrested all these people that were doing nothing wrong but recording and taking pictures and using their constitutional rights. That's what I have a problem with the police department, is the corruption. So, y'all have a good day. God bless. I'll probably make another part of this video someday. God bless.